The caste system in India is an ancient and complex social hierarchy that has shaped the lives of millions for generations. It divides society into rigid groups based on birth, determining one's social status and opportunities from the moment they are born. This system has existed for centuries, creating deep-seated inequalities that have been passed down through generations. Caste dictates almost every aspect of a person's life. Their occupation, social standing, and even who they can marry, often limiting personal freedom and choice. At the top of this hierarchy are the Brahmins, traditionally priests and scholars, who hold significant power and influence. At the bottom are the Dalits, formerly known as untouchables, who have historically been marginalized and oppressed. They face severe discrimination and social exclusion, often being denied basic human rights and opportunities. This system is inherently unjust and has devastating consequences, particularly for women, who suffer from both caste and gender-based discrimination. Women in India already face significant gender inequality. However, lower caste women experience a double burden of discrimination. They are marginalized both for their gender and their caste. This intersectionality results in unique challenges and hardships.
Lower caste women are often subjected to the worst forms of exploitation and abuse. They are vulnerable to sexual violence, denied access to education and healthcare, and forced into low-paying menial jobs. Their voices are silenced, and their experiences are often ignored.
Caste-based marriage norms further restrict women's autonomy and freedom, often dictating their entire lives from a young age. Marriages are typically arranged within the same caste, limiting women's choices and opportunities, and perpetuating a cycle of control and subjugation. These marriages often reinforce patriarchal structures, leaving women with little power or control over their lives, making it difficult for them to assert their own desires and ambitions.
Domestic violence and marital rape are often seen as acceptable within these societal norms, further entrenching the power imbalance. Women are expected to be submissive and obedient to their husbands and in-laws, often sacrificing their own dreams and aspirations. Any deviation from these expectations can lead to ostracism and further abuse, isolating women and making it even harder for them to seek help or escape.
Section 4. Stifled potential, education and opportunity. The caste system has a devastating impact on the education and upbringing of girls from lower castes, creating barriers that are difficult to overcome. They are often denied access to quality education, which is essential for their personal and professional growth. This lack of access perpetuates the cycle of poverty and inequality, making it nearly impossible for them to improve their living conditions.
Without education, they lack the skills and knowledge to break free from their circumstances, leaving them trapped in a cycle of despair.
The lack of education limits their job prospects, making it difficult for them to find stable and well-paying employment. This forces them into low-paying and often hazardous occupations, where they face numerous risks and challenges. This perpetuates their economic vulnerability and reinforces their social exclusion, making it hard for them to break the cycle of poverty and achieve a better future. Section 5. Breaking the Cycle. A legacy of inequality. The effects of caste-based discrimination are intergenerational. Children born into lower caste families inherit the stigma and discrimination faced by their parents. This perpetuates the cycle of poverty, inequality, and social exclusion.
These children often grow up witnessing the injustices faced by their families and communities. They internalize the messages of inferiority and inequality, impacting their self-esteem and aspirations.
Section 6. A call to action. Dismantling the caste system. To achieve true equality, we must dismantle the caste system. This requires a multi-pronged approach, including legal reforms, education, and social awareness campaigns.
We must challenge the deep-rooted prejudices and discriminatory practices that perpetuate this system.
Empowering women from lower castes is crucial. This means ensuring access to quality education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. We must create a society that values their contributions and respects their rights.